Hello. So, today is basically my second day with my starter locks, but also my first day. Um, so yesterday, December 27th, 2024, I went in to get my locks. I was so excited. I even realized that it was the same day as my husband and I's dating anniversary. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. This is meant to be. And I was like excited. Um, I had the plan that I was going to get two strand twists and all of that. I had a loctician in mind, but when I went to book the appointment, she was not available. So I figured that since it was a lock shop, that everyone there would be experienced and able to do my hair. So I didn't really think nothing of it and just um, selected the option to have any loctician do my hair. So, anyways, I get there. The girl comes in. She's very nice. She's washing my hair. But as I'm talking to her, it's sounding like she doesn't have a lot of experience. And it also sounded like she was still in school. And she kept on expressing how much she like retwists her roommate's hair. And I'm like, okay. Everyone's living situation is different. She might have a roommate and still have experience in, but it was just the fact that if you have experience doing it as a profession, you would have clients. So the fact that she kept referring back to her roommate as like her prominent, like, sole experience, I was like, I don't know. It was kind of ringing some bells. It's like when you are applying for a job out of college and you are basing your experience on internships opposed to real roles that you have had in a career for a while. So that's kind of like what I was getting, the vibe I was catching. But anyway, I'm like, I'm gonna trust the process because this is my experience, and they wouldn't do this to me. And like, like this is my starter lock situation, and they would hook me up and make sure I'm good and look out and make sure I'm in good hands. So anyway, we're going through the process, and um, the way that I was seated. The way that I was seated in the chair, you could not look in the mirror. So I literally was going through this process like on full faith, blindly having faith, because I could not see anything that she was doing. And I'm like, okay, girl, like you have a handheld mirror. Can I like check things out or whatever? And when and they couldn't find one in the shop, and I'm like, okay. She's like, oh well, you can use your phone, girl. I'll take a video, and I'm like, okay, let's do it then. Let me see what this looking like. But when she showed me, it was literally like the first two rows, and there was so many clips in there, I couldn't really see anything. So I was like, okay, cool. Seemed like you on the right track, like whatever. So as she progressed and got what felt like um halfway ish done, and I mean like more like up here to the top of my ears, and the whole time like I keep put like trying to sneak some feels to kind of see if I can feel some progress and making sure it's all good, but I couldn't really figure it out. um but somehow I have requested to uh get more footage, and it got overlooked, I guess, with her like working, and then I just didn't feel like bringing it up again. Next thing I know, she's finally done after like 6 hours. Girl, this was supposed to be 4.5 hours per the um appointment confirmation that I received, and this was taking so long. I had been there since 2 o'clock, okay? I had ate before thinking that I would be fine for 4.5 hours, and I was so hungry. I was tired just sitting in that chair for so long. I was restless, I was antsy, and like I was just like over it or whatever. So I finally get in the dryer, she's done, and then I come out, and girl, she goes to the front desk, like the register, to ring me up. And this is my first opportunity to like really examine my hair. And I look in my hair and I'm like, ooh, when I'm like all up in the mirror checking and everything, looking at the parts and whatnot, and I'm like, ooh, sis, like these parts is not straight. Well, my parts wasn't straight. Like when I tell you, there was like all types of shapes in my hair. Like there was some like squares, which is what I wanted. There was some like real long skinny rectangles. There was triangles. There was all types of odd shapes that I had never even seen before. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, no, they did not do this to me. I was like, is this really like I've been here for 8.5 hours and this is the end result? Seriously? Like, not only did it double in time, like it did not even turn out how I wanted it to turn out. Like, had it been like all of the above and was like bomb, I would have sucked it up and I would have just ate that extra time or whatever. But says to like sit for that long, being mad hungry, tired, and all of that. My joints is hurting because I've been sitting in the same place for so long, and I was so blown. Okay, like I was blown. And more than I was like mad disappointed because I'm like, yo, like I really was looking forward to this moment. Like this was supposed to be like day one. Like I was supposed to be stepping out feeling like brand new and walking into like my new life as a locked woman. And it just was not that. I was very upset. And it's crazy because typically, like, I can be pretty, like, soft spoken and, like, accepting of things because I can be very empathetic of people and feelings and all of that kind of stuff, kind of to a fault sometimes. But for something like this, I was like, oh no, like I'm gonna hear from me today. Like it's coming, because like I'm not about to let my lock journey start off and not be parted. Like that's like the foundation, and I'm not about to like that's gonna be with me throughout my whole lock journey, and I wasn't about to do that to myself. So, um, I chatted with the owner of the shop. She was very nice about it, very apologetic, and willing to help. She told me that her next appointment, the next day was at 2. Her first appointment of the day was at 2, and asked if I would be able to come in at 12. And I was like, yes, we gonna have to figure this out because this is not it, and I'm not about to like nah. So after she made my appointment, they gave me a discount on it, and I left out there. And low key, like I got to the point where I was like, "Yo, do I even want? I don't even know if I want this. Like want these locks anymore. Like I low key want to just comb this out and be done with this whole thing, or whatever. Because I mean, like then like the fear started like creeping in of like the uncertainties and being like, do I even want this? Like, is this a sign? Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But after talking it out with a couple of my locked or previously locked sorors and my husband, we were just like, okay, girl, like she said she gonna fix it for you tomorrow. At this point, don't worry about it. Like, just see what happens when you go in there the next day. So the next day, aka today, happens, and she was really nice. She took the first like 10 or so minutes to like talk to me and give me like a little mini consultation, kind of hear from me and hear about what I actually want and what about my hair I didn't like and all of that. I told her I wanted 2 strand twists, just because like I was familiar with wearing my hair like that, being that I would do many twist styles on my loose hair all the time, and I felt comfortable wearing it like that until it locked up. Um, and although, like, of course, that's valid, it makes perfect sense. She was kind of like, like I know my skill set. I can. get these coils in there for you like quick. Like when you look up, like you're gonna be like, wow, like they're done like that fast. And I don't want to be trying to rush getting them done, like the 2-strand twist or whatever, because I have like a client coming in or whatever, and they're gonna look really nice, especially after your first retwist coming in 3 weeks, blah blah blah. And at that point, I'm like, listen, she's the GOAT at this point. Like the goat of the shop. She has like 15 years of experience. She has locks. Oh, that was the other kicker. The girl who had did my hair yesterday, she didn't even have locks. Okay, like I just kept on trying to ask her like little probing questions to kind of gauge her experience and stuff with locks and all of that. And I was just like, oh, so have you had locks before? And she just like, oh no, but I'm thinking about getting some if I feel like it. We'll see. And I'm just like, okay, you have no like true like lock experience, like, because I mean, like, yeah, you can retwist hair and you can, everybody in your family can have locks, but if you don't really have it, like you haven't gone through the full experience and really gauge and understand like the ins and outs, like I kind of just would prefer someone who has, can give me that true, authentic, personalized experience that I was really desperately seeking. So, based on my circumstance and the position that I was in, I decided to just trust her and trust her method. And she sold me also on the quickness of it, because I'm like, F it. I spent 8.5 hours yesterday. Like, I really just don't want to give this any more time. Like, I just want this to be done at this point. So, I went along with the coils. I have to admit, I probably still would have preferred the 2-strand twist, just because I feel like it would have been a little bit more versatile as far as being able to get it in wearable styles that I'm more comfortable with on a day-to-day, especially with having to go to work. But it is what it is. I mean, the most important thing really is that I wanted to make sure my hair was parted properly, and they're both going to give me the locked look afterwards. Like, it doesn't matter if I start in coils or 2-strand twists, like I'm going to end up with locks. So regardless, at the end of the day. So I'm like, forget about it. Let me just go ahead and make it do what it do. And these are my locks. She did tell me explicitly to not do nothing with my hair and to keep it wrapped up. That's what she said. And she said come back in 3 weeks and for a retwist, and I was gonna be like, whoa. But clearly I managed to put these little behind ponytails in my hair, experimenting, because I gotta experiment. Like, for one, I just wanna be up in the mix. Like, I want to feel, touch, explore, get to know my little coily starter lock babies. Because honestly, they are really adorable. The coils are really cute, and I really feel like I can see how my locks are going to look, and I feel really excited. I am well aware of this ugly lock stage, and I really feel like a lot of that would have been avoided if I were to get if I were to have gotten the 2-strand twist. I feel like you're almost asking for the ugly lock stage when you get coils. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, but like, come on. Like, there's only but so much you can really do to make this like that cute. But anyways, let me just at least show you guys. I probably stretched them at this point. I mean, they only been in these ponytails for like probably like 20 minutes if I'm being honest. So and when she did them, she had them all going to this one side, I guess just for like some dimension and to make them look a little bit interesting. But yeah, so this one already is kind of like hurt But that's because, oh, that's another thing, is that I also had a little bit of heat damage. I had a little bit of heat damage. So that's why I feel like some of these parts are a bit looser. And then the ones in the back are short. They're really short little ones because I had to cut my hair and cut off some of the heat damage. But overall, this is what my hair is looking like. And that's why these look a little funny and aren't staying on the side, is because she coiled them to the side for the look. But once I got up under that dryer and saw it, I was like, oh girl, no. That's not it for me. So I'm kind of trying to figure out a realistic way that I can truly like wear my hair and like survive this 3 weeks. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I just, like, these coils aren't doing much for me. And I'm not saying it as in like the coils are ugly. Like, my curls are like, they're adorable, they're really cute, but they're just like these skinny little snicky little things, and they're like sticking up and stuff, and it's really close to the head. It's very flat. And, you know, coming from someone who was natural and it's all about the volume, like I would pick my hair all the time to get it bigger and bigger. Like, this is just very different. So, and of course my hair is shorter. It looks shorter. The coils definitely shrunk my hair. Definitely about halfway. And I feel like too, with the 2-strand twists, it would have elongated my hair more. So I kind of feel like, you know, it's just is what it is. Like, I'm kind of just in a different stage than I was expecting to be in. And I'm honestly just gonna rock with it, because I mean, it just is what it is. Because I'm not about to not have locks. Like, that's not happening. Like, I'm gonna have to just work through this, and you know, it's gonna build on my strength, my confidence as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the beginning of my story. It's my story, and I like it. You know, it's fine. I'm gonna embrace it, and it is what it is. Okay. So that's it, y'all. Let me at least turn around, see if you can see some things. Let me be still a little bit, because I always would hate when the girls would show their hair and like not really be still. So I'm gonna try to do slow motion, gather up all my hair, slowly let it fall, pull it apart, pull it up. Hopefully I'm in view. Yeah, I think I am. But that's it. Till next time, bye.